Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The scream ripped from my throat before I even understood what I was seeing. It was not loud. It was strangled and raw, as if the air itself recoiled from the shock burning through my chest. I had walked into our living room expecting silence. Instead, I found my husband standing frozen beside the doorway, his face white, his jaw clenched, and my phone in his shaking hand. He had just heard it. The one secret I had never meant for anyone to hear. The one truth I had buried under guilt, denial, and fear for far too long. His trembling fingers pressed the screen. My voice spilled from the speaker. My voice speaking words I had prayed would stay buried forever. I never meant to fall for him. Just happened. Please do not ask me to leave my husband. I cannot do that. Every word landed like a blade inside my chest. He lifted his eyes to me. They were glassy, stunned, broken wide open in a way I had never imagined seeing on his face. The man who had loved me with unwavering loyalty. The man I once believed I loved just as strongly. Who is he? He whispered. Not a question. A wound. For a moment, everything inside me collapsed. The walls, the lies, the excuses I had leaned on. I felt like I was standing on cracking ice, each second shifting beneath my feet. My mouth opened but nothing came out. My voice felt trapped under the weight of my own shame. He stared at me with a hollow stillness that terrified me more than rage ever could. Rage would have meant fire. This felt like ashes. I asked you a question, he said softly. His calm was worse than shouting. It was the calm of someone whose world had just been split apart, and he had not yet decided if he would survive the impact. It was not a relationship. I managed, my voice thin. It was a mistake. A terrible mistake. He laughed once. A short, stunned sound without any humor. You told him you fell for him. Tears blurred my sight. I did not mean it to go that far. I did not know how to stop. I did not want to hurt you. But you did, he whispered. The room felt smaller with every second, as if the walls were closing around us. The lamp in the corner flickered. Outside, rain tapped softly against the window. Every small sound felt magnified, as if the world itself was listening. He sank onto the edge of the couch, elbows on his knees, phone still in hand. His chest rose and fell in shallow breaths. I could not tell if he was trying to calm himself or keep from falling apart. When did it start? He asked without looking at me. A year ago, I whispered. His shoulders jerked, as if the number struck him physically. With who? I swallowed. My throat burned. Daniel. He closed his eyes. A slow, painful blink. Your coworker. Yes. You told me you disliked him. I told myself that too. Silence. Heavy, punishing, absolute. I stepped closer, my hands trembling. I ended it months ago. I chose you. I stayed because I love you. His head lifted sharply. You told him you loved him. I shook my head desperately. I said I fell for him. Felt real in the moment, but it was confusion, fear, loneliness. It was not real love. Not the kind we shared. He studied me as if trying to recognize the woman standing before him, as if searching for some sign that the person he married still existed beneath this betrayal. Why did you not tell me? He asked. Because I was afraid. Because I hoped I could bury it. Because I believed silence would hurt you less. Because I could not stand the idea of being the villain in the story of our life. The thoughts raced through my head, but I could not force them into words. He stood slowly. I heard the whole message. The part where you told him you were scared I would find out. The part where you said you thought about leaving me. My knees weakened. I pressed a hand to the wall to steady myself. I remembered that message. I had recorded it in a moment of panic before I ended everything. I never sent it. I kept it as a reminder of the line I would never cross again. I never thought he would hear it. That was before I ended it, I whispered. Before I realized how wrong it was. Before I understood what you mean to me. His voice cracked. So I was a choice. No. You were my anchor. Anchors drown people. The words pierced me. He moved toward the doorway. I followed, panic rising. Please, I whispered. Do not leave. Talk to me. Scream at me. Hate me if you have to. But do not walk away. He paused with his hand on the doorframe. His shoulders shook once. Twice. as if each breath was a fight. "I am not leaving," he said quietly. "Not yet." Hope flickered painfully through me. "But I do not know if I can stay either." He walked out of the room, each step echoing deeper than footsteps should. When his figure vanished down the hall, I felt something inside me tear open. Not clean, not simple. A jagged rip that would take months, maybe years to heal. As I stood alone in the dim light, a sudden cold realization washed through me. He had not just overheard a secret. He had overheard the moment my love for him fractured, even if I pieced it back together later. And some fractures never fully disappear.